You see time written on the whiteboard behind me. It's the most precious resource that you've got. And you know, it can be very, very revealing, the exercise, in fact, that I'm going to give you for you as a network marketer to see where you're really going wrong and how you can fix it to get results in your business. Let's dive into this right now. So time is a resource and it's precious because why? Well, you can't replace it? Maybe. I thought I saw a putty cat. You can't replace it, right? You can never get it back. So everything else you can in life. You can lose money, but you can make it. You could lose a relationship, maybe get it back. Time, it's done. You'll never get this second back. So I'm talking quick and I'm making use of it for you right now. And an exercise I suggest that you do is you want to write down 1 to 24, right, on a sheet of paper, or if you prefer online on a spreadsheet, whatever you want to do. And for the next 48 hours, I want you to fill out 2 of these sheets. Today and tomorrow at least, I want you to go through, and every hour, every one of these numbers is an hour, I want you to write down exactly what you did in that 60 minutes. Exactly what you did. You know, and I don't just mean, oh, did work. Well, what did you do? Was it 40 minutes of work and 20 minutes of you walking around the house? Was it 10 minutes of work and 50 minutes of you really just staring into space? I want an actual blow-by-blow account of everything that you did. So I, for this last 60 minutes, would put, got out my camera, wrote the topics that I was going to perform, filmed the video. I like everything, not just did work. And if I didn't, I didn't. I've got to be honest about that. And what you're going to see when you do these 24 hours 2 times, you're going to actually physically see where you're investing your time. Because a lot of times when I ask people to fill these out, I do this with coaching clients, I say fill one of these out retrospectively. So if I ask you to fill out what you did yesterday or the day before, or do this for a couple of days last week, we often get this weird dreamlike state almost. It's like rose-colored glasses. Like, oh, well, I did this much work and I did this much effort, and we write it all down. I used to see this when I was a fitness instructor. I used to ask people to write down what they ate. And I could look at the size of the person and I would look at the diet that they're writing down and I'm like, something's not right here. And they'd be like, what do you mean? And I'd be like, well, why are you in the gym? Well, I'm 3 stone overweight, right? Okay, well, if you're 3 stone overweight, look at this diet that you're eating. Is this the diet of someone who's overweight? And they look at it and they go, no, that's a healthy diet. And I'd say, well, the two don't go together. So go away, here's a plan, go away and write down for today and tomorrow, anything that goes in your mouth, write it down. Food, water, like write it down for me. And they'd bring back the diary and they'd be kind of like fidgeting around in the reception area. And I'd be like, what's the matter? And they'd be like, here's the diary. And I'd be like, take a look at it. And they'd be like, so many, like, while I was cooking my healthy lunch, I'd had 3 biscuits and a can of soda. I didn't even think about it, right? And all these things came out that they never realized because they weren't really looking for them. And looking back, they're like, oh, that's the main things that I ate. This is going to be the same revelation for you in the investment of your time. Now, in 48 hours, here's what you're going to be able to do. You're going to be able to look at the results of this, and you're going to be able to read what you've done, and you're going to be able to look at this and go, okay, what do I need to get rid of? What isn't in alignment with my goals? Okay, you have your goals over here. We're looking at achieving a certain amount of money, certain amount of team members, certain amount of growth, right? You must have some goals, right? If you don't, come on. So we have these actions and we say, well, my goal is, let's say, 2K a month or 10K a month or whatever your goal is right now. And if you look at this and it's like 45 minutes on social media browsing, is that going to get you to your goal? No. So we get rid of it. We may look at this one and we say, okay, I'm speaking to people who've told me no 10 times. Is that a good investment of your time because they've said no 10 times? No. So what would be a good investment of your time? Well, maybe you look at something you're only doing for a small amount of time and you go, I only did like 10 minutes prospecting, but that got me 2 leads. Well, I need more leads to get to the income, so yeah, I'm going to keep that. Why don't I get rid of this? And why don't I start doing this here times 6. So instead of 10 minutes, I'm doing 6. I can do a full hour of this stuff. Well, I get 2 every 10 minutes times 6, that's 12. And I have 12 leads instead of 2. And all of a sudden, can you start to see how just doing that for 48 hours would suddenly start to reveal the things you could drop that aren't serving your goals and the things you could gain and reorganize. And once you've got all this written out and once you've done this for the next 48 hours, you can then start to put it into an action plan. And as a bare minimum, I teach more detailed ways of doing this in a program that I've got, but in something I can give you right now is a bare minimum is plan tomorrow today. So you can take the revelations and what's been revealed in that exercise, and you can look at tomorrow, and maybe tomorrow you can work from 8 a.m. till 9 a.m. and then again from 2 p.m. till 4 p.m. And you can look at that, and you can now start to allocate what we learn today and tomorrow, right? We can start to put that into that plan. We can say, well, I definitely want to do an hour of prospecting because that's going to get me 12 leads. So 1 hour pure prospecting, if that's what you want to do. And you may say, well, I had 2 hours, I put a video out there. That was useful. I need to build a sales funnel. Well, that's something that needs to be done, right? Whatever it may be. And we can start to allocate these good uses of your time with the time slots available, which will reduce your procrastination. It will mean you're clear every single time you sit at your desk or pick up a phone. You know exactly what you're doing because you did it the night before. And you've got this constant evaluation. You're able to repeat this exercise over and over again periodically and keep a check on yourself to have some level of accountability. So was that useful? Did that help? I hope that it did. It's been a very, very useful exercise for me over the course of my career. It's allowed me to build an amazing business that I don't think I could have done without, I know I couldn't have done without investing my time better. And if right now you feel like you're missing something, you're not sure where it's going wrong, this may reveal it to you and allow you to hold some accountability, reduce your procrastination, and be just generally a lot more efficient and effective. If you want more strategies like this, if you like this type of practical training, of course subscribe because I do 4 of these a week for free. And if you're ready to dive into something deeper, the best suggestion, my best training that's getting the best results for network marketers will be www.richardmatharoo.com/webinar. Okay, that's in the link underneath this description, in the description area as well. I hope this has helped you in some way. Go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires and excuses, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.